had 3 really good days of practice since we returned from our Christmas break. Obviously, it was good to get the win on the 22nd, but it was also good for these guys to get home. And now they've had a couple lifts in. They've had 3 practices, 3 o'clock start tonight in front of a sellout. So we're excited to get into the Big Ten season. I know we continue to improve every day in practice. The carryover in the game is the thing that we have to accomplish.
Take questions now. Here, John.
Coach, what do you hope to see better defensively in terms of moves forward in the Big Ten season?
Well, it'll take a long time, John, to go over all those things. I mean, we call it guarding our yard. Just the game is a game of closeouts now. It's not what it once was. But there's so many areas in defense that are, well, some are individual, some are linked to your team and rotations. But, you know, if you do this stat, we're giving up a really difficult, I'm not proud of the 44% or 45% defensive field goal percentage. If we made 2 more stops each half, it would be at 39. So it's not, you just gotta work to make that happen. And you just think 2 more stops each half, right, would won us a couple of games right now, and we wouldn't be sitting at 7-5. So how we get them, it's complicated. But individually, if we can get guys to guard their yard better in transition defense. Most young teams are really bad in transition defense. We are no exception.
Third row to your left, Ed.
What are those first few days like after coming back from break? It's not a long break, but is there kind of a camp mentality of hunkering down again?
Yeah. We made it very clear that we were going to work very hard, and we're fortunate enough to have the guys on the team that don't run away from that. And so I think there's a shock to your system probably when they go home, and there's a shock to their system when they come back when we went into it. But we've been out there quite a bit between lifting and film, and you know, I bet you we've been at least 4 hours every single day in some capacity, maybe more, and just trying to become more efficient, continue to try to educate ourselves. And they educate us as well, because now we're seeing more and more, some guys going in this direction, some guys flattening out, and so now we've got to move to something else if they're not good at something right now, that's for next year maybe.
Second row middle, Adam.
John. Just your thoughts on Revante Rice. I think last year 16 and 11, both wins for you guys. But just your thoughts on him, how to handle him, what he brings.
Well, he's like so much of what we've been seeing. The 5th-year guy that's transferred, now he's a senior. The thing with him last year was he wasn't a downtown sticker from outside. Now he is. He gets to the foul line 5 times a game. Really a tough matchup for us. So between all our perimeters, we're going to do a good job of staying in front of him. He's seeing the floor well, and that may have a lot to do with their new point guard as well.
I feel like maybe individually he might pose one of the
because challenges. His weight, they'll post him up. He can shoot from 3. The ball's going to be in his hands probably at winning time. So yeah, he's really one of those guys that is his game continues to get better. He must be a really hard worker.
Coach to the back right, Ryan.
Coach, hypothetically speaking, if there is a visitor tomorrow in Ann Arbor during the game, there's a lot of people, a lot of fans going to be in the building tomorrow expecting to see Jim Harbaugh. Can you speak to how much buzz and how much fun it is that all this buzz is surrounding the University of Michigan right now?
Well, I think that there's enough to go down in my life just trying to beat the University of Illinois tomorrow to even worry about that. I think we have a great crowd, regardless of whether we have a coaching announcement. So, I know everybody's looking forward to, filling that position, moving forward with it, and so that we all can sort of plan. But if it's part of our game, it's tremendous. If it's not, guess what? It's still going to be a great game.
Has there been a definitive decision made about DJ and how's he doing?
Well, he's been cleared for a half-court non-contact. So it looks like it's going to take him another 2 or 3 weeks to be cleared. So now you're talking the middle of January. I think that it would have to be right now pretty important for him. He'd have to be a difference maker. It's not fair to him. But he's really, had some really good time shooting the ball. He loves the gym. He was here last night after a hard. He's with Sanderson. Like Sanderson told me today, DJ can't do much today. I said, why is that? He says, because I wore him out yesterday. So good things are happening, and there's a reason for everything.